Welcome to the Village podcast. I am your host, Nicole. The Village is a space where real stories of motherhood is shared and wisdom is generously passed on by our amazing guests. From tales of labor and childbirth to the challenges of postpartum, right through to the joys of parenting, these conversations are about holding space to reflect on the biggest transition of our lives. My why has always been to empower women and amplify the voices of mothers, and I love sitting down to share intimate conversations with women as they open up about their personal journeys into motherhood. Before we move into today's interview, I do want to gently acknowledge that we are going to be speaking about miscarriage. If that is something that feels sensitive for you right now, please take care of yourself in whatever way you need, whether that's pausing here or coming back to it another time. Welcome to the Village podcast. Today we are speaking with the newest BUMPSUIT icon. We're unveiling the campaign next week in New York. We're doing some billboards, wild postings, and we're having Emily's Baby Mama Bake Shop for our community to come and have some brunch with us. I'm so excited to sit down with her. She is about to be a mother of 3. She's a badass businesswoman, a supermodel, and a dear friend. So welcome to the podcast, Emily DiDonato. Welcome to the Village.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. And we were just chatting about we're launching our campaign with you next week in New York.
I can't wait.
Yeah, which is kind of our old stomping grounds.
I know.
So Emily and I met, or we didn't actually meet, but we used to like pass by each other.
We were fans of each other.
I was a total
we were literally
super fan
fans
of
each other.
Super fan. I was like, oh my
15
gosh,
years
she's
ago.
So beautiful. In Nolita.
Yeah.
Give me coffee.
Yep.
Back in the days.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had such an amazing career.
Thank you.
How did you get into modeling?
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, first of all. It's so funny that you say that because I remember seeing you many moons ago too and being like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Like I just always knew who you were, always. And then we found each other and we did the BUMPSUIT. I was like, I feel like you and I could talk for forever, which is what we're about to do. So buckle up. I started modeling when I was like 17 years old. I got discovered in a mall in Connecticut, which people are always like, oh my God, I thought those things were scams. And somehow my story or the person I met was not a scam. There were even IMG scouts there.
Wow.
Whom I still know today, which I'm like, that was like a real thing. And then I met with real agents there and they basically were like, come to New York, come meet us. And I did that. And then I met with all these different agencies. And then after that, I literally the next day I started going on castings, which like I remember I was wearing my prom shoes, like these gold prom shoes and like cut off jean shorts and like a purple tank top. Like this was before anyone coached me. As you know, then they're like, don't do any of that.
Yeah.
But I booked a Ralph Lauren campaign like literally the next day. It was like so quick.
Yeah.
And I remember going back to school and being like, I guess I'm like a model now because I technically have a photo shoot next week with Ralph Lauren. And that's kind of how things started, but it started strong.
That's a pinch me moment.
Yes. I got super lucky because you know, like it girls go, it takes time, a lot of time. Yeah.
But you're like a freak of nature. You're so stunning.
Thank you.
So stunning. I was just like floored by you every time I'd see you.
Oh my God, that's
and
so
you were
nice.
new on the block, but you could just tell that you were going to have like the most amazing career.
Oh my God. Thank you. I like, it didn't and doesn't feel like that. You know, when you start, you're literally like meeting so many people and dealing with all of that rejection. And you're like, what am I doing? Is this right? Should I just go home? Like,
yeah,
I know you now. So,
and also I think the thing with modeling is like, it's not like you have a job for forever. Like you don't know when your last job's going to be.
No, I still don't.
Right?
When I'm still going, I'm like, how people are still calling me.
Yeah. You're like, this could be. I was always like, I think this is my last because I was told that it was a 5-year shelf life.
Yeah.
Shelf life. That sounds so bad.
But that is what, like I always talk about this on social media that people are not shy in our industry, and maybe they're just being realists about it, being like, you know, that you got to get to it. Like you're going to turn 30 and this is all over. Like no one's going to want you. So I'm always like, here I am still kicking, like doing something or different opportunities pop up or it turns into something else. So It is.
It's like, do you remember that song? They only want you when you're 17.
Yes.
When you're 21, you're
Yeah.
not fun, or something like that.
Yes. And that is exactly right. It's just like an athlete, the older you get. But it's not true.
It's not true.
I know.
And I feel like women that are in their 30s, and I just turned 40.
Shut up.
Let's not put that on the podcast.
You look so good.
Thanks, babe.
I want to look like you at 40. Damn.
Just laugh a lot and just act like a kid, and you kind of look like one if you act like one.
I feel like I'm laughing.
Spend a lot of time with your kids.
That's true. That helps.
But yeah, I feel like women as they become mothers too, and you have that wisdom in you, it makes you more beautiful, I think.
Definitely.
You know,
I feel like it just makes you like, not that women who don't have children are not well-rounded, but it just like is a whole other dimension and depth and wisdom.
Rawness. There's
knowing.
There's like this wild, like primal energy that comes with it.
And you know it when you see it and you clock it.
Aging as a woman, not even being a mother.
Totally.
Just womanhood.
I know. I mean, I know it's like so cliche to say, like, I wish I could take my brain now and put it into like my little 18-year-old body, because now I'm like, oh, I know so much more. I would have known how to handle that situation. I would have had...
Yeah.
You know, but that is life.
That is life.
That is life.
So I guess the transition from modeling to motherhood, when did you decide? How did that happen?
I feel like I feel like there were so many other girls who took this path as well. Like, once COVID hit, it was like the industry had changed so much already by that point, I felt, but even more so during COVID, post-COVID, we all had this lull of time. And I was like, I was nearing towards 30. I might have been 29. I always knew that I wanted to have kids. I was married at the time. And my hot take is I honestly wish that I had started even earlier. I wish I had started having kids sooner, because it felt like my life really started when I had my children. Yeah. But I was like, okay, like this feels like a good time. I'm not working as much. I'm obviously not traveling. And then I did kind of have this period where I like had my two kids very close together, and I wasn't really working and traveling as much, like doing things here and there. And then in this pregnancy, particularly in this time, it just has taken a whole new shape and form, and doing so many different collaborations and partnerships, which has been amazing. So that's kind of when it started.
Yeah.
And I look back and now it's like 4 or 5 years ago and I'm like, oh, such a baby.
Yeah.
Myself. I felt, even though I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you were.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, I feel like you're at such a great age to have kids too, though.
Yeah.
I feel like also being like a young mom is like really fun as well. I feel like any stage you choose to have kids is fun, but
agree.
I was like climbing a tree last week with my kids.
Yeah.
Like fully up in there. And I was like, is this safe?
For anyone? Who knows?
I was like, I was like Googling how to buy a blow up donut that could go around the tree trunk.
Like a trampoline or something.
Kind of.
Something to buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, climbing trees is so fun, but we don't really do it anymore.
No. I mean, kids should.
I think so.
They should.
But
we did.
Did you do it as a kid?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I grew up like upstate New York. Like,
it was
there was nothing else to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Like getting in the tree and you kind of picture like, this is my tree house and this is where my nuts will go.
Yeah.
And this is where my like leaves will go, and you kind of make it your kitchen.
Yeah. No, I remember I was like always like out in the woods and the trees and the greenery. Like that was my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fun to do as an adult.
I know.
But it is a workout. Like I woke up sore the next day.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm made for that, especially right now. I feel like I can't.
Do you have your birth plan ready to go?
I actually don't. I actually kind of don't. I do. Meaning I feel like I've gotten lucky. I was going to say like my most like pick me trait is that birth for me, that part is like the most uneventful and easy part for me.
Okay, that's good.
Like when people are like, are you scared? I'm like, the day I wake up and it's time to give birth, I'm literally like, okay, like let's go.
You just
like something inside of me is just like what, and I feel like every mom has this to a degree where you're like, I'm going to do whatever it takes from here on out. Yeah. Like whatever it's going to be, like I will do it and get through it and like do everything I can to make this what it needs to be and have a healthy baby. But I don't know, like I get there and I'm literally just like, what's up? And then I push for like 5 minutes and it's over.
You're so lucky.
I got so lucky in that.
Both babies that you've had?
Both of my kids. Like knock on wood.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is such a pick me because I feel like everyone's like, oh my God, it's horrible this. And I had friends and I'm like, I don't know. Like for that part for me, God has blessed me. The universe has blessed me. But like my pregnancies and my postpartums, like especially my postpartums are not like this. They're very like not cute at all.
Yeah.
But for my birth plan, I always, for both of my kids, for Teddy with my first, I tried to labor as long as I could. I remember I was walking around the Upper East Side, like fully bleeding into my pants. I sat in a Dunkin' Donuts. This is so gross. And I was bleeding and fully having contractions. I was with my doula and I was like, I just want to wait a little longer. Like, it doesn't hurt that bad. It doesn't hurt that bad. I got to like 5 centimeters.
Wow.
But only in New York, like fully like blood on my pants. I'm sitting in Dunkin' Donuts. No one cares. They're literally just like, okay, whatever. Eventually went into the hospital. But then I always get an epidural. Both times I got an epidural. I wait as long as I can because I kind of like to move around when I'm in labor, and then from there it's like smooth sailing. But I've gotten lucky in that sense. Like I don't have a huge plan after that except for like wanting to have a healthy baby, wanting to have that skin to skin time as quickly as possible because, it's very hectic as well. No, because wait, were you one of those home births?
I did both. I've done both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like, you're like Mother Nature over there, Mother Earth. In the hospital, you're just like, can I just like have my baby?
Yeah.
They like take the baby away and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be really adamant about that.
You do, which is why a doula is really, really helpful.
Yes,
I've said to so many friends, like, I think it can feel weird to people to have like a stranger in the room with you. But I do think I had a wonderful doula named Terry and having someone in there like advocating for you who's not afraid of like, honestly, the healthcare system and other people who are there and nurses to ask questions to tell you what's going on. Because you're alone for a lot of it, at least for a hospital birth. You're like, you think there's going to be all these people around you and helping you and taking care of you. It's like, no, not until it's time to push, babe.
Yeah.
Like otherwise you're kind of like on your own.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like the time 8 months or 9 months is not that long.
I know.
If you think about it, it's like a very short period of time for you to do all of your research and get all of the knowledge that you need in order to make informed decisions. So a doula will help you on that process. Like so much guidance, has all the resources. So if you're like, I'm feeling like I want this kind of support, they'll be like, here's my network. Right. Here's my network. And it's just monumental to have a doula.
It is. I think I've said that to every single one of my friends. And so many of my friends, I mean, it's kind of an unpopular opinion and everyone has a different type of partner. But looking back now, especially the first time that I gave birth, like my husband didn't know what to do. No. Like, how would he? And I think, but I had someone there and she almost coached him more than me to be like, be with her, hold her, do this, go get this, like stand here, like, all the things. Yeah. So I always said to my friends who were like first pregnancies, I was like, you should get a doula because 100%. You just have another person in your corner.
I think like my doula helped me so much by knowing this pressure point on your back, on your sacrum. Yeah. And I just needed her to press there every time a contraction would come and it would fully relieve any kind of pain and pressure.
Crazy.
And I was like, thank God for you. Yeah. Thank God for you. Just that one move really got me through everything.
And having someone there. Yeah. Who knew what to do.
And she was trying to teach my husband how to do it. But it's like she knows the exact.
And the pressure.
I guess they don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
And,
That's so admirable.
But in saying that, did you do anything prior to labor to really support you having these easy labors?
I feel like, first of all, I do think a lot of it is genetic. So I'll say that first, which is a very annoying thing to say, but I do think that's true. And then I always stay pretty active during my pregnancies. This one, I've been a little less active. I'm like, I say that, but then I have 2 toddlers. Yeah. So like.
You're active just by default.
Yeah. Like in my first pregnancy, I was laying around a lot more. Yeah. My third pregnancy, you're like, I'm doing stuff 24/7. And then even when I do try to lay down, I feel guilty about it because I'm like, I could be doing so many other things. Yeah. But staying active, like I remember I was on the treadmill the day I went into labor. Like I think definitely with my first because I was like feeling off and I was just like, just keep moving. And even keep moving like as I went into labor, like I was moving around a lot and like keeping things going because I was just like, that's just what felt right to me at the time.
Yeah.
And then I did the other things like they say to do, eating dates, raspberry leaf tea, and just praying to the universe to go a little bit early, which I did.
I mean, those are all great things. Like, I feel like So how many times a week were you working out? Like,
oh my gosh, I think like almost 3-4 days a week with my last two.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I think moving, it helps the body get into like the right position.
Yeah.
It's like stretching all the muscles, helping everything expand and
Yes.
open. It's so important.
And for me, strength. Both times I did a lot of strength training, which even like 5 years ago, I felt people were kind of like,
don't do it.
Can you do that? I'm
While
like,
you're pregnant, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, you totally can. Most things you can, especially if you did it prior to pregnancy.
You were doing it, right.
There's no issue with not. So strength was something that I really focused on.
I remember when I had my first miscarriage and before I found out I was pregnant, I was lifting weights as I would do like 3 times a week. And because of that, I thought that that's what caused it.
Right.
But I know, like, you know, you find out later, no, because you just look for so many reasons to blame yourself before you know that it's actually the intelligent body doing its job.
I know. There's so many things that you could point to. I remember when I had my miscarriage, I called my doctor and I was like, I took melatonin 3 days ago. Is that why? And she was like, no. But you don't know.
Yeah. It's really challenging. And I don't know. Like, how did you feel when you had your miscarriage?
Oh my gosh. It was like, I felt like I almost felt not guilty feeling the way that I did about it, because I feel like your intellectual brain knows this happens all the time. Mm-hmm. It's not your fault. Like this, like so many people around you have mentioned this. And I think I felt so guilty being like, oh, I do know a lot of people who went through this, and I don't think I showed up for them in a way that I didn't know until I knew what this was like. I know people say a similar thing about like losing a parent, right? Like it's not until it happens to you that you're like, which it made me feel like, oh my gosh, why do I like lack this level of empathy? But then when I went through it, and like it happened early for me, but I just remember being so devastated by it. And I remember being like kind of feeling guilty for feeling so devastated by it. But I also think, and even looking back to that chapter, it kind of reminds me of that phrase. And there's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, meaning like you can logically say like, I'm fine. It was early. It was meant to be. There was an issue. My body did what it needed to do. But I felt that like my spirit and my body mourned it more than I was letting myself logically process. Yes. Like the way I was acting or things that I was doing, I was trying to work through that because I was feeling like my body was like mourning it in a way. And it took me a long time to be like, okay, I'm going to try again, because then you have those thoughts like, is this the universe? Sorry, I'm talking a lot about the universe in this podcast so far.
Love it.
But I'm like,
amazing.
Is this the universe saying like, you're good, like you're done, like God has blessed you with these 2 children. But something in me had always wanted 3, and I was just, I went on to do that. But it took me, I don't think I even considered trying again for like another year, because I was like, I don't know, that just didn't feel like a good chapter, and it just took a lot of time to like heal from it. I don't know if you felt the same way.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think when I had my first miscarriage, I've had a couple.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay, so that's...
And when I had my first, it was unplanned, but my now husband and I was so excited about it.
Right.
We were like, I just remember us being like 2 kids in a candy store, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would love, we didn't know, we kind of knew where our relationship wanted to go, but I was just like, I just would love to have you in my life for the rest of my life. You're amazing, and this is such a happy moment. But then we lost the baby, which was really surprising, because I was quite young too, just based on the information circulating at the time. So no one was talking about miscarriage.
Right.
I think my aunties and my mom didn't talk about it at all. And so I thought it was because that particular one, I thought it was because we were staying in a hotel in LA and there was such loud music playing, and I turned up opera music in my room to like what's the word? Like offer from the loud rock and roll music that was playing. And I thought that the sound, you know how they say you can't be around really high levels of sound?
I didn't know that.
When you're pregnant, and my husband is a musician, so I'm at concerts and things all the time. So I was always like, can I be here? We'd always look at is it Hertz? gigahertz or
Oh, I don't
something.
know.
Like, you know how they
I
measure
didn't know this
sound?
at all.
Yeah, because like babies can't be. They need the earphones. And,
right.
but it can still go through. I don't know. It's definitely my husband telling me this because he's the music
Right.
guy. But yeah, I thought it was because of the music and I was devastated. And I didn't tell anyone for a long time. And I remember when I told my friend, she was like, oh, I've had like 8
Right. And
or
you're
9. And I was like, what? And then I started like telling more people and it was really healing for me.
Yeah.
Just to know that I wasn't alone.
Yeah. It's also like similar to becoming a mom. It's like another connector, like another tunnel to like not womanhood, but like being a mom and like this thing that happens and like you can just possess this level of like empathy and understanding what like so many women around you have like gone through and how it happens so often. So whenever it's tough to witness and it's tough to go through yourself.
Yeah. And I think, you know, like after that, we tried to conceive, like we really wanted to have a baby after that. So we were like, let's actually try for a baby.
Right.
We had my son Zion, which was so awesome. But I just feel like there's so much information that's being shared around, which I think is so great.
Yeah.
But it can also put a lot of fear into us. And I think I have this like philosophy of just being quite neutral. Like if we had lived in a village, which is why we have this podcast, we would kind of know about everything.
Right.
And it would just be like innate wisdom that existed in us. And we would know that that's some people's story and our story is going to be our story and our journey. And really like operate from there instead of it being fear or not knowing.
Right. That's true.
It's like, you know, but your journey is your journey and whatever happens is a part of your story.
Yes.
And you have to kind of embrace it and go through it, like through the pain. And, you know, I think community is so important to share because once I shared it for the first time, it really helped me start the healing process.
Yeah. I just posted a video recently on TikTok saying that like, there's 2 things that happen a lot, I feel like, with moms or new moms where people are like, oh my God, nobody told me this. And I'm so guilty of this phrase and thinking as well, no one told me this. I never knew this. Where it's like actually women all around you are talking and they are sharing, but you have to be willing to like receive it. And we as women have to be willing to offer it up. And it's similar to what you're saying. It's like a level of storytelling of like, this has been my path. This has been my journey. That doesn't mean it's going to be yours, but like, here is mine. And we swap that information.
Yeah.
And then you'll just walk into the next phase, whatever it is, having that knowledge or saying, I've heard this and known this. But like, I feel like now sometimes as a mom, and I remember sometimes like even some of my friends who are newer to being pregnant, their first pregnancies, they say something and I want to be like, oh, well, like that's just the beginning. Like just wait until like this happens or like just wait until this happens. And I have to like reserve myself or stop myself because I'm like, oh, I don't want to scare anyone. But then I'm also like, but she should like know that like she needs to know that like what is going to happen next. Like, oh my God. So it's like finding and striking that balance sometimes.
By the way, if you don't follow Emily on TikTok, she's my favorite TikToker.
I never shut up.
It is, you're the best. It's so much fun. I did one with you, which will probably be released in the next week or so, which was so fun. I had the best day.
I know you were so funny because I felt like you were like, do you say you had never really done a TikTok?
No,
like a trend?
I tried to, never a trend.
That's crazy.
I tried to do it afterwards, but I just, it's hard because I'm just so busy with the kids and the business. And anyway, enough about me. But so I think this is really interesting too, what you're saying about sharing, because I remember studying meditation and our guru, he studied the Vedas, like it was an Ayurvedic, which is why I have an Ayurvedic postpartum doula. I'm really into Ayurveda, which is why we have the support waist, the support belly band. It's based off Ayurvedic binding ritual. A lot of my influences comes from that. But he would say, you don't need to share unless you feel someone's open to it. Like if somebody asks for you to share. So we would always be sitting there trying to gain all this knowledge from him, but he would share as soon as we would open that doorway. And then also like, I think we come from like our parents' generation, not all of them, but generally speaking, would impose their opinions on how we should be during pregnancy, how we should labor, how we should raise our kids, how we should.
Yep.
And I think now we're so aware, self-aware and hyper aware of everyone really like having their own journey and doing things their way.
And there's just so many different ways to do it, so many ways to find out how to do it, like with social media. Like there's just so much more access to the information, which is good.
It's good. And I think it's great. And I think what's most important is I think it also teaches us to take everything and then keep what resonates with us.
Yeah, totally.
And then leave the rest.
Exactly.
It's like you really have to listen to yourself.
Totally.
And I think you'll know what's right for you.
Oh, yeah.
How your body's reacting, how your nervous system is reacting.
Yeah.
It tells you. The body keeps the score.
Totally.
Right?
There are so many times I see content where I find myself or my body or my like attitude being like, shut up. Because just like I said, like, oh, giving birth is like so non-eventful for me, knock on wood. Like there are other people who say things like their postpartum is like total bliss. And I'm like, oh, like how?
Okay, tell us about postpartum.
Not fair. No, I mean, I think that like for me, listen, I think there's so many different, like the spectrum of how good and bad it can be is like so wide. But I feel like with my first, I had really bad postpartum anxiety.
Okay.
So I always say I was up all hours of the night, trolling around, haunting my own house, not sleeping, not because my baby.
That needs to be a TikTok.
Yeah, it really was. And not because my baby wasn't sleeping. It was just because I just remember I was sweating all the time. My eyes were like bulging out of my head. Like I was just so worried about this little tiny creature that I had brought home. And I think like all the responsibility of being a mom hit me like all at once. It almost felt like. And I had so many intrusive thoughts and I felt a lot of shame around that because I actually honestly didn't have that many mom friends at that time, meaning I was one of my first close friends to have kids. Then obviously you reassess and you're like, no, I do have like other people I should have connected to, like my mom friends. But like my inner circle, I was like the first one. And I remember one of my best friends was pregnant shortly after me. But I just remember having like all of these intrusive thoughts and being like, oh my God, I can never tell anyone what is going through my head because I'm thinking about like falling down the stairs holding my baby and then suddenly like an axe being on the floor and then we're all like I was just like
worst case scenario,
like the most insane, like I'm gonna let go of the stroller, what if I do, like just all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm so much catastrophizing. And I was like, I can't share this because this is like so not okay. But then when I would talk to some of my mom friends, they'd be like, oh yeah, I thought about that. I'm like, oh, you think about your fear of letting go of the stroller and oncoming traffic? They're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Thought about that.
So intense, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was like, okay,
I don't think it ever stops, by the way.
No, it doesn't. And it's actually gotten a lot worse for me at the end of pregnancy. It starts percolating where I'm thinking about the absolute worst case scenario. So with my first, I had that. So I think my husband was like, oh, she's gone. Like he thought that I was like off the deep end just because I was like, even when people were like, I'm so tired, I was like, not me.
Yeah.
I was like, not me. I could climb Mount Everest because I am so amped up with like energy. But then with my second, I actually felt very different, a lot more lethargic. And I'd say a lot more. Looking back, I'm like, I was definitely depressed, but in a way that I always think of depression as this like deep sadness. And I do have bouts of that. But with my son, I felt very agitated. Like I had this like very like tough to figure anything out, like no bandwidth for a long time and just very irritated, irritable, agitated. Yeah. And looking back now, but you know when you're in it, I always say it's like the boiling frog, like you don't realize you're boiling.
For sure. 100%.
And then you look back and you're like, oh, that was a little crazy. Yeah. I was acting a little crazy. Yeah. But needless to say, in terms of postpartums, I know people have it way, way worse than that. But I think that I don't look at it as like my favorite chapter. Right. Like me and my husband know going into it, like this is like a tough moment for me. And with nursing, breastfeeding, pumping, like all of those elements, and also not my favorite thing, like there's just a lot that comes with it.
There really is. I honestly say to people, you're not really out of postpartum until your youngest is 5.
Oh God.
Like,
that makes sense.
I will tell you, when my youngest turned 5, it's almost like they're really joined to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you sleep. There's something called matrescence. Have you heard
Yes.
of this word
Yeah.
that is becoming
Yeah.
like so big? It's like, why isn't this word in the dictionary? My friend Chelsea wrote a book about it, matrescence. It's a beautiful book. And I just feel like everything changes for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you were saying, that's like a survival instinct.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a protector survival.
Totally.
It's primal. It's like all these things could happen because we live in the world
Yes.
where the things that you're thinking aren't that crazy.
Right. Yeah.
But we just put them into the reality because we're trying to figure out what we're going to do when that happens, if that happens.
Correct.
It never will happen.
I know.
But I feel like we're just so connected. Like, you don't really sleep. I didn't really sleep for 5 years.
So light.
But I still carried on and got on with life. And, you're just so in tune with your children for their survival. It's a primal thing that happens.
Totally.
And when they turn 5 and they start having conversations and they go to the potty by themselves and they can get things like water by themselves, it's just game changer.
I know. When my kids do stuff like that, like put on their own shoes, I'm like, oh, I've made it. Like, I am in the clear. Yeah. It's like those little tiny things, they start to add up.
Yeah,
it
they
makes
really
a big
do.
difference.
Mine are 11, 8, and 6, and we're hanging now.
Oh,
it's like a little
yeah.
crew.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That sounds real pleasant.
Yeah. It's a great time to look forward to. I remember boarding a plane with a newborn, which they do nothing, right? Newborns.
The easiest.
And this guy looked at me and he was like, it gets easier, I promise. And I was like, what is he talking about?
Right.
Because this is really easy.
Yeah.
But now, after the 5 years of crawling and grabbing stuff and
everything in the mouth. Yeah.
All the things.
I know.
The poop explosions.
I know. I know.
Tell me about the top 5 tips you have, like parenting tips.
Oh my gosh, my top parenting tips. Okay. I would say that anytime you feel like overwhelmed or kind of at a moment where you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. First of all, you can, you will survive, and everything is a phase. I always am and even I have to say that to myself, because even this morning, I made the mistake of letting my son, as this new baby comes and all the changes that are happening, I was like, let me put him in a big boy bed. And of course, he usually sleeps till 7:15. He's knocking down my door at 5 a.m., even though he did 5 or 6 nights being amazing. And I was like, oh, I can't live like this. I'm putting him back in the crib, change everything back. But I had to say to myself, he won't do that forever. He's just learning. My second tip, I would say, and something that I always try to remind myself, because sometimes when you get in it with motherhood, it's so much about logistics, admin, to and from, hurry up, get dressed, and tantrums, this, that. And sometimes I always have to remind myself, the more fun that I have in this, the more I enjoy the whole process and everyone is happier. So if I can make a game of this or have fun with this or be playful about this, even a tantrum, even a moment that's really difficult, everyone wins. So how can I make this fun for me, and therefore it will be fun for everyone?
Yeah.
My third tip, this should have been my first tip, would be to find your village and start strengthening those relationships and getting in there. The second I get pregnant, I'm like, who is pregnant right now? Who with me is pregnant right now? Because I was just talking to my really good friend. Do you know Kate Bach? I don't know if you do.
I've never met her, but I love her. She wears BUMPSUIT.
Yes, all the time.
Kate Love now, right?
Kate Love, yes. I was just talking to her before I came in here, and she's like, it's so funny. She's not pregnant. We just missed each other.
Okay.
And so she's like, gosh, when you're not in it, you're not in it. And I'm like, and I'm so in it, and we're going to miss each other. And so you have to when you find your when you're, especially with pregnancy, I feel, in postpartum, who else is in that chapter with you, and really start that connection, start talking to them more. That is everything, because I do feel your partner can be the most perfect partner ever, but they're never going to truly understand the experience of motherhood, pregnancy, and just being a woman, obviously. There's just no way. So my partner is supportive and wonderful and the best that he can, but sometimes he's like, I don't know. So I'm sending like 8-minute voice notes a day, like 8-minute long voice notes to like best friends of people being like, well, I woke up 3 times last night and I have sciatica and this is what I ate for breakfast. But like, you need people who like are like, me too. This is what happened, or this is what I'm going through. So like, you have to like immediately be like, lock in who are you going to, and that doesn't have to just be like friends. It can be your own mother. That can be a therapist. That can be a doula, whatever that looks like for you, like kind of building that group.
Yeah, definitely.
That's 3.
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
I feel like, I mean, just when you were talking just now, I feel like music really helped me a lot.
Oh, okay.
Like anytime I just didn't have any more patience left, I would introduce music or like song. I would sing to my babies a lot, and I'd have all these like mantras I would sing too, and then just music. I feel like it just helps. Yeah, it just helps in any situation.
It totally
I still use it to this day. I'm like, hey Siri, play meditation.
Yeah.
And just everyone goes to sleep. And I'm like, hey Siri, play morning music. And everyone wakes up. And
right.
If anyone's fighting in the car, I just put on some music and it just music really helps a lot.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. I feel like for mine, like I recently started doing like little clay creations with my kids, and we put on like classical music and we will sit there and do these like clay figurines for like an hour and a half. But it goes back to my saying that like I love doing this so much and it's so fun for me and they love it too. So we'll sit there for forever doing this, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like so grounding and so nice for us. Yeah. And I'm always like, okay, like I can do things that I like. They can join me.
And that's another thing. I thought I was really petrified of like playing with kids because I'm such I'm always in my mind, like an intellectual person. And I'm in my intellect. Sorry, I don't want to make myself sound smarter.
No. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm definitely a child at heart, but I'm always in my intellect. And I was like, how could I just sit and do these blocks or these simple things for hours? And so I found like you don't have to do that. So I would cook a lot.
Yep.
And my kids would help me.
Yeah.
And they would learn. And then also like going outside and pushing my child on the swing, it has a shelf life. Yeah. But I really wanted to read a book. So I would lay out a rug and I would lay under a tree and read my book, and they would start modeling after me. And so I think if you do what you love and they see you doing what you love, they will love it too. Yes. Is what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Also, Lego is really fun.
Oh my God. I could get into a Lego. I definitely could. And then I go into a vortex and my husband's like, so the kids are no longer here. So you need to step away from the table. I'm like, huh? What? I'm in the middle of making Hello Kitty. He's like, okay.
We should have a mom Lego party.
I know. Yes. We definitely should. My son would love that.
It is really fun. Yeah. And like just, I mean, instant gratification. Yeah. Love that. Love that. Okay. What about, how are you with, like, how do you handle discipline with your kids?
Oh my God. That's such a great question.
It's loaded, fully
loaded.
It
really is. Hold on. Let me get comfortable. It's hard. I feel like I try to remember, and I think Dr. Amen is the one who says this, firm but kind. Firm but kind. And I find that like whenever I need to discipline my kids, I need to discipline myself first, to be like, be calm. You need to regulate yourself first before you do anything, because kids can do things that really test your boundaries, and you're like, okay, I'm the grown up. So let me get it together before I start shelling out or doing anything that I'll regret later. But I'd say that like for myself is just to be firm, kind, and stick to the boundaries and rules that we've like come to as a family of like being respectful towards each other, to ourselves. So that, and just continuously following through with that. I would say that between my husband and I'm a little more loosey-goosey for sure sometimes, because I'm like, if you're not hurting anyone and you're not hurting each other and you're like exploring and doing your thing, sometimes I'm like, you go find out like what is going to occur there. But my husband is definitely a little bit more like, he's really good at being disciplined with himself and others. And he's also so calm. And I'm always like, oh, I have to channel that. Because sometimes I just get like, oh my gosh, like stop. Like you need to like get it together. Don't do that. And then I'm like, he's 3. Like he does not know that. So that's kind of like my stance or how I try to be with discipline, but I also try to remind myself in terms of like following through, that clarity and being clear about like, this is the rule, this is the boundary, this is how, because like if you continuously like, you know, let things go and this and then that fails them in a way, you know, but it is hard. I think
it's so hard, especially with their cute little faces.
Oh my God, I literally like forget it.
That's why you need the man there, because the man,
yes, it helps.
Women, we're just like, we're nurturers, and
I know,
we just want to give them everything they want, and the man's like, and put the boundaries in place.
I feel like also no one could have prepared me for like, kids are persistent.
Yes.
Like they
test you.
They test you and they keep going and going and going. And sometimes you get worn down.
Have you read the book How to Raise Successful People by Esther Wojcicki?
I should though.
I really love that book. It's so great. It's just so great. Okay. You just packed your hospital bag recently.
I did.
Tell us what is in it.
Okay. Well, obviously I have all my BUMPSUIT gear.
We're both wearing BUMPSUIT, by the way. If you can see this.
Yeah.
What style are you wearing, Lucy?
No,
You're wearing Lucy. I'm wearing Kate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the most comfortable thing ever. And I do feel like in the third trimester, for me, I'm like, this is all I have left.
Yeah.
This is it. Like there's nothing left for me except for these onesies.
It's also good when you get out of the hospital.
Oh,
too.
I know. Yes.
Or like, there's like the everyday pant.
Yes.
That's really good.
You know what I need to get? You guys have like a sweatsuit. I don't have that.
Okay, we'll send it to you.
The gray one, right? With the
we
logo?
Have so many colors.
I need that because I saw it on the website and I was like, wait, I feel
really
like I have everything, but I don't have that.
It's
yes,
really
but that's
cool.
what I love when I'm pregnant.
It's like French terry, so it's really good.
Very
when you
nice.
wash it, it's like, we'll send you some.
Yeah.
Go send you some. But it's so good. Like I'm wearing this on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going on a flight and I just wear it all the time. Everyone's like, is that a BUMPSUIT? I thought it was only for maternity. I'm like, no.
No.
It's just got all this.
I wear the shorts one, the biker short.
Yeah.
The biker shorts generally, and also the onesie all the time in the summer, not pregnant.
Yeah.
We have like a button up and like sandals.
So
it's so nice.
I love our campaign, by the way.
Me too.
You look amazing.
It looks great.
So like classic, iconic, chic, gorgeous.
It was like so funny to model pregnant.
Yeah.
Like I've like never like afterwards I did a couple of shoots actually for other things, but not pregnancy related.
Yeah.
And like everything you know about modeling in your own body, you're like, everything is different. But I loved the pictures. And I'm also like, I don't know about you, but with my first two pregnancies, I didn't really take that many maternity photos.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm like, I have this for forever.
Yeah.
And that will be so special to like share.
That's kind of what we love to do with our campaigns is we love to give you guys iconic images you'll have forever.
Right.
And you can literally blow up and put on your wall.
I always regret, like, take more pictures of yourself pregnant. Like, because you look back. You
can never take too many.
And my kids always want to see it too. Mm-hmm. And I'm always like, oh, I have this like really sad mirror photo, like, like wearing a horrible swimsuit, like whatever. But yeah, my hospital bag, I always say for your hospital bag, I bring a lot. Like, are you the same? I literally, well, you did hospital, but then you also did like a home birth, right? So you had everything right there.
I did. I'm like,
yeah.
That was... Yeah.
That's brave.
Yeah.
You are very, very, very brave.
I was a minimalist, but I love, like, I wish, like, I saw your video that you did and I was like, wow, I wish I had
just
this video.
Like, I think after the first time.
Incredible. You need to see her hospital bag video, by the way.
Like, I've got it covered.
Yeah. If you ever want to know what to put in a hospital bag.
I think I did a pretty good job.
Great job.
Like I bring a suitcase, I bring a big bag. I don't care. I always say you don't get a medal. You don't have to check a bag when you go to the hospital. Bring whatever you want. I think also I'm just like on my high horse about bringing a lot of stuff because I'm like, I'm about to go through something deeply uncomfortable. I'm going to bring whatever I want. I do not care.
Yeah.
I think with my first pregnancy, I brought Christmas lights.
You did?
It was beautiful. And I strung them in the hospital.
Love that.
To set the mood.
Yes.
You know, I was just like, I don't care. But I think for me, the biggest things are the postpartum underwear, which I have from BUMPSUIT, my kit.
The hot mom diapers.
The hot mom diapers.
And the postpartum undies.
And the postpartum undies. This is like, and the peri bottle.
Yes.
This is absolute essential. They will give you stuff at the hospital. I promise you, the stuff you bring is better.
Yeah.
It is worth it to just bring your own items. I have my cloud pan and top.
Cute.
So cute. And this is how I wear it, so I have the cloud pant and the crop top, but then I also have I wear the sleep dress, the sleep button
as
up
a top for the pant.
as a top.
Me too, girl.
With the pant, because when
so
you're super
cozy.
pregnant, sometimes I just don't want the bump out. Like, especially if there's other people in my house. So that's why I have the sleep shirt, because this bump is huge and that it fits me as a shirt. Yeah. Because I'm also 5'10". And
great for nursing and
great for nursing. Yeah. Easy. Exactly. Like, I immediately after I give birth, I take a shower and I get into like matching PJs. The nurses are always like, did your epidural wear off? I'm like, barely. But I am already like showered and in my matching pajamas
I
or set.
I loved your heat mat as well.
Oh, that is huge.
That I was like, oh my gosh.
But you remember.
It's it's the most comforting thing. Like,
yeah. But like the cramps that you get after. So some people don't know that after you give birth, you continue to have contractions if you breastfeed or pump. And it's really painful. And it gets more painful with each pregnancy, I have heard. It was definitely worse with my second. So bringing a heating pad, bringing a donut, that's the thing that you sit on if you tear, which I did both times.
Me too. Oh.
This is the hardest part of recovery for me personally.
Oh, yeah.
That like, I feel like I'm like, not everyone has so many stitches going on down there. Like, what would this experience be like if I didn't have that? So both times I had that. So bringing the donut, phone charger, super long extension cord, blanket, socks, your own pillow.
The sitz bath to sit in.
Yeah.
Did you have numbing spray?
Yes.
You had that too, yeah.
Numbing spray. Yeah. It's like... And I always bring
good times.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
So what? You forget everything. Don't worry about
You literally do. And then like I bring my own shampoo, conditioner, body wash, skincare. Like I'm just like I want to
go
feel
to skincare to look like you.
Oh my gosh. Well, currently I'm like vitamin C serum, moisturizer, SPF. I'm using Vichy for all of that. And then on my stomach and stuff, I'm just like. I use La Roche on my stomach and
that
just
sounds
doing
fancy.
It's not. It's like at the drugstore.
Oh, a French drugstore?
Yeah, French drugstore. Okay. Yes.
You got to fly to France to get it. It's probably $6.
Yes, but you have to go all the way there. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like that's like my main thing. So I do feel like heating pad and donut are really, really big for me. And also the hydration. I like bring like Gatorade packets because I was so thirsty after you give birth that I was like chugging Gatorade.
Electrolytes.
Yeah. And some food, like having a bar on you or something. And I was definitely eating while I was in labor, and you're not supposed to do that. And I did that. So don't listen to me.
Yeah. They say that you can't in the hospital. At home you can.
Yeah.
I had like a barbecue sandwich, which I didn't know what happened during birth.
Not how far between giving birth and was the barbecue sandwich.
I don't even remember because but I shouldn't have done that.
Did you listen to music when you gave birth?
Spicy Texas barbecue sandwich.
Okay, that's very brave. Brisket. I love you for that.
I
but
not have done that.
You can get nauseous right before you give birth, which I do. So God bless you. Did it stay down?
That's another episode.
Yeah, I figured because for me, I'm like, it's touch and go.
Yeah, exactly. I just had no idea. It's like the things that you don't talk about, you know, especially 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Like nobody told me that you poop when you're pushing a baby out. Yeah.
It's a lot happens down there. Luckily, I'm kind of you're kind of unaware, or I was kind of unaware of what was going on. You were not.
Yeah. I was also in a like a pool of water.
So how does that work? Do they refresh it?
Well, with the kit that comes for the home birth, birthing in a pool. I'm so sorry, everybody.
No, I actually am learning something.
Yeah. So when I opened my kit, to like when I started feeling contractions, because I don't think I opened it before then. I was like the overconfident. I'm athletic. I can do this.
Right.
It went totally wrong. But they gave you those fish scoop things, like the nets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what is this for?
Now we know.
Now we know.
I didn't know that came in one of those kits. Now I know.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So the next time I was like hospital, epidural, they know what's happening.
Oh, so you went from home birth and then you went hospital.
I personally had a really challenging home birth.
Okay.
Like I think everything went wrong that could have gone wrong. But like I'm not opposed to home birth.
Yeah.
That happened to me and that was my journey, my story, like what we were chatting about earlier. And my sister, who's same DNA, she had a home birth, no tear, like easy,
right,
couple of hours. So I just really think like there's things that have happened to me in my life, like the old breastfeeding cover and that home birth and just all the things that happened after that I feel like really led me to this mission and this journey of mine. And I am so strong and I feel so strongly about it. And so, it's just part of the journey.
It is truly.
But that little fishing net.
I was
like,
make sure it's in your kit if you're doing a home birth. Or if you get an epidural,
make sure you know what it's for, so you can not eat a
it's
barbecue
not for the
sandwich.
baby.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, how's the baby gonna fit? Yeah. Like, what's fitting in here? Oh my gosh. Okay, and so so your hospital birth, epidural.
Hospital birth, epidural. Yes.
Dim lights.
Dim lights. I was funny because I asked like, oh, did you listen to music? Because I know a lot of people listen to music. I listen to no music. I don't want any sound. Yeah. I feel but I have the opposite to you that like especially when I'm pregnant, I have a little bit of an aversion to music. Because it feels like rackety. Yeah. In my mind. Yes. Yeah. And I like need quietness. Like people are like, oh, I'm like, I can't. And so especially when I'm about to give birth, I'm so like inside of my own body. Totally. So I just feel like that just makes me go like, what is that? And then I think about the words and I think about the beat. Not that I'm this like musical type person, but then I'm like, now I'm off my no music. And I have a great doctor. And then, just like lean into it, you know? And it's interesting because with both my births, I'm curious for you too. With my first, I feel like I totally disassociated. Like I look at the photos and I'm like, what is that? Like, who's that? Yeah. And then with my second, I had the like, oh my God, you were made for me. Like we're made to be together. Like I always knew it was you. Like joy, tears, like the whole thing. And I always say that to people. I'm like, it can be so different each time. Nothing was different about those two births. I think maybe the first time just because I was a new mom and I was just like, oh no. Because, right when they don't tell you, like when that baby comes out, they just put it right on you. I know. I remember being like, can someone help me out? Because like there's a lot going on down here and now there's a baby screaming on my chest. And they're like, no, start breastfeeding. I'm like, what? You're kind of scared to hurt. Yes. I remember feeling scared to like hurt the baby or like move it or bend something. I was just like, I know. Like it starts the second that baby comes out. It all starts. It's just crazy. Yeah, it is wild. Yeah. It's a wild experience. I know. A beautiful, wild. Oh, it's the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing. It's my favorite thing. I love it. Out of the whole thing, I think you'll have more? I don't think I will. I don't think I will only because I don't love being pregnant. I find it to be a tough chapter for me. Yeah. I think I just don't feel like myself and this pregnancy, excuse me, I'm literally burping, but it's hard not to when you're pregnant. It's like we keep it real here. No, I'm sorry, but like I can't stop this pregnancy. The indigestion is insane, and I didn't eat like a bacon or a spicy sandwich. Like anyway, pregnancy is hard for me. I'm a little grumpy. I'm a little like more irritable, and that's been even so much harder because I have two little kids, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to get it together. Like it's not their fault that I'm pregnant, but I just have less patience, and I'm tired, and I have the nausea in the beginning, and the end is always really tough for me. I forgot. Whenever I see women who are like, I'm 38 weeks and I feel amazing, I'm like, oh boy. Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl? I'm having a boy. Having a boy? Yeah, my second boy. Cute. But I just get like such a grumpy roly-poly-oly at the end. And I'm just, it's hard. So I think my husband and I were like, okay, 3. He was kind of done it too. And I pushed it a little bit more. Yeah. And then he was like, okay, this is like what you feel is like part of your destiny. And I was like, that is what I feel. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I feel like 2 is really just manageable, and 3 is that little extra bit of chaos that everybody needed. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm one of 3 and I'm the youngest of 3. Yeah. So I think that's also why I kind of pictured it. Yeah. Yeah. I love having my 3. Yeah. My third is she's a riot. Yeah. Jen, I want to ask you if you have any questions as well. Or anything we didn't mention? Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess we could if you want. Okay, so 3 is amazing. Okay, so I'm so excited for our event next week. Yeah. We're doing
Can I tell her? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing Emily's baby mama bake shop.
Oh, cute.
And we're going to meet with all the community and you and editors and influencers. And we're going to take them to your wild postings in New York.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see that.
Which is going to be so cute.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you what we should put in the gift bag.
Oh my gosh.
What would you like to put in the gift bag?
So many things you could do. Obviously, BUMPSUIT.
Should we do like a bouquet of flowers?
Yeah, flowers.
With your
cute.
newspaper campaign?
Yep, that's cute. I just did a collaboration, or I did my own blush shade.
Yes.
With Jones Road Beauty. I was the art director. They named me Chief Blush Officer.
Wow.
Of their new product launch. So the whole line, I helped them come up with the colors, the shades, the formula, all of the names. It was so fun. And then I have my own like branded shade.
Cute.
So
What's
we
it
should
called?
Definitely Joy.
Do you have it with you?
I do, but it's in my bag.
I'm like,
but I have it on
me. Oh, I love.
Yeah. So we should definitely throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel
like a baby mama hat.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
And we're thinking either a baby mama donut, a cupcake, or a loaf of sourdough.
I kind of like a cupcake. Isn't
a
that
cupcake?
Cute?
Okay, let's do a cupcake.
Yeah.
What's your pregnancy craving? Pick your poison.
Oh my gosh, my pregnancy craving? Actually, what's yours?
I loved watermelon for my first.
Yeah.
Just like I felt like I was just drinking watermelon chunks.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe this is an Australian thing, but you know hash browns from like McDonald's kind of thing? With like buttered white bread with ketchup.
Oh.
Like a hash brown sandwich. Like
that's a weird combo. I've never had any weird combos, but I feel like I remember my first couple pregnancies, it was Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate. And my husband would be like, you just like Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate. I'm like, Kyle, I literally never go into Dunkin' Donuts and get a hot chocolate not pregnant. Not there's anything wrong with it, but it's not my like go-to.
You're like in labor in Dunkin' Donuts?
Having a hot chocolate.
Having
literally,
a hot chocolate.
Yes. I'm like, I need my hot chocolate. I also love gummy candies, like gummy bears. And also,
Haribos.
Again, like,
Yum.
Anything Haribo.
High
like, I
chew?
love
Do you
that.
like high chews?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Love high chews.
So good. And so much ice water. Like I want to chug ice water all the time right before bed. And I'm like, you're going to regret that. And then I'm up all night long.
You know what someone told me? If you take your multivitamin at night, you won't have morning sickness.
Oh, interesting.
Your what is it called? Prenatal
your
vitamin.
prenatal. Yeah. Interesting.
With protein, like a protein bar or something. Because
we
usually take it in the morning, right?
I usually take it in the morning, but I'm out of like the nausea phase. Now I'm just in like the nauseous phase because there's just no room in here.
You're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I mean, I'm 32 weeks, so I feel ready.
Not ready yet.
Not ready yet, but I gave birth.
We still
to the
have to do
last
an
2
event.
times. I have to do an event. I have so much work this month. It's insane. I'm literally like, it's been the busiest like work time for me. Like going back to the beginning of our conversation, where I'm like, I'm ready to kind of hibernate because I do kind of get like, okay, like. Honestly, I like don't really like feel my best or feel like I look my best. So I kind of want to hibernate. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be on camera like 20 times in the next 30 days. So too bad, too sad. But
amazing.
It's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, it's just like the universe decides.
Go into nesting mode afterwards.
And then go into nesting mode.
Yeah.
And I gave birth 2 weeks early with my other 2. So I'm like, I could have 6 weeks left. I could have 8. I could have 9. I'm hoping for 6.
When it happens, when the universe decides.
Absolutely.
It will happen.
It will happen.
Well, thank you so much for coming on The Village. This was such a fun episode.
I know.
Our community are going to love it.
I hope so. I hope everyone loves it.
Yeah, of course.
And I hope everyone...
You guys, you have to go follow Emily on TikTok because it'll just make your day. She's hilarious. And she has great tips for everything.
I try. I
feel like I learn a lot from you.
Oh, I'm pleased. If you did it, you would do the same. The amount that we have learned in our years. With you. Yeah, we can definitely. We'll do plenty on our event day.
Yeah.
We have
okay.
to.
I'll come ready.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Don't worry.
Get in my TikTok brain.
Yeah.
And then any words of wisdom that you want to leave our community with?
Words of wisdom. Oh my gosh. What do people usually say? Something super insightful at the end?
Could be anything.
I feel like what I would say is like that you're doing a good job.
I love that.
You know, like I feel like moms were so hard on ourselves and we always are like picking everything apart and feeling like things could be different or better, or I could have handled that better. But like, as long as you love your kids and you take care of them and like do your absolute best to do right by them, like you're doing a good job.
You're doing great, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to say. You're doing great.
You are.
Yeah. You're doing great.
And like sometimes I'm like, this is it. Like you're doing it. And I'm like, I am doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I know what to do.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Loved having you on.
Thanks for having me.
Yay. Thank you for listening to the Village podcast, where we share unique stories from humans of all walks of life, normalizing conversations and experiences in pregnancy, childbirth, postpartum, and motherhood. We are here to serve, and we really want to hear from you. So feel free to share, comment, like, and subscribe to keep this village growing. We are eternally grateful for you being with us and sharing space today.